Like, what is your view on this, starting, which is sort of the question, do you think the coronavirus in general is more dangerous than the flu?
Well, the coronavirus is more dangerous than the flu because we know a lot less about it. We'll see, I guess, if it's ultimately more dangerous, but it certainly has been more persistent. The part of the issue, though, where I think the president was right early on, because of how little we knew, he helped shut down large parts of the economy.
But couldn't he have done more early on? Like that Woodward book, where he has on tape where the president's saying, you breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. It's also more deadly than even your strenuous flu. He knows this early on. Then he goes on since then to basically downplay it, basically not telling people to wear a mask when he knew that you needed to be wearing a mask, and not to take the threat more seriously. Do you think that he made a mistake?
Well, here's what gives me the most comfort is the fact that while he had Anthony Fauci standing next to him every day for several weeks, a lot of conservative people felt like and still feel like Anthony Fauci has too much influence over the decisions of the president. At the same time, other people are arguing that the president doesn't have enough respect for the things that Anthony Fauci has said and says. And I think that's part of the frustration that he feels is that you're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
But he didn't, and a lot of people were damned, right? Like if he would have just said, listen, like everyone wear a mask, it's a pain in the ass, but wear a mask. Do social distancing. Wash your hands. Say that on a regular basis. There would be people probably that would be alive today that aren't. Shouldn't he have done that? Isn't that where this idea of like belching out every idea that you have can become really dangerous?
So again, I get your criticism. His stream of consciousness is thinking out loud. In fact, much of what he does, my observation at least, has been that he allows the debates to take shape in the sphere around him, and then he makes up his mind.
But there's not a debate in the science. There's no doubt that wearing the proper type of mask will at least keep me, if I had it, from spreading it. So why the hell wouldn't you tell people to do that?
So here's where I think a lot of people, why they love Donald Trump. A lot of people that I serve especially like Donald Trump, because he does put freedom ahead of all the other blessings. Now, you might argue, yes, but we're talking about human life here. But part of the freedom that he supports so strongly is our states' rights, federalism.
Right.
Now, you may not like how he talks about it, but he does talk about individual freedoms and local control of things in a meaningful way that frankly, draws a lot of the support.
If you're not wearing a mask because Trump doesn't wear a mask, he ripped it off even when he had the disease. How cool is that? Well, not that cool if you have the disease and you're spreading it, right?
The president made it pretty clear. It's patriotic to wear a mask. I mean, I think he even said those exact words or something to that effect.
Talk to anybody around him, like the culture around him is like, you are a wimp if you wear a mask. And that's why no one in that White House did. It's why people call us to this day complaining that I might be getting the damn COVID because I'm gonna look like a wimp internally because it's now a signal of strength that I don't wear a mask. That is on him.
I don't know. I know there are a lot of people that if he created a mask mandate, wouldn't have worn a mask. In other words,
but they would have. But there's a lot that would have too, right? If Trump said, "Listen, you can be a tough guy and you can wear a mask," you're trying to tell me that a lot more people wouldn't wear masks?
I think the President Trump's default position is generally for individual responsibility and individual outcomes. And so while he's said it's up to you, that's a respect.
Right.
That is in and of itself the ultimate respect in a self-governed country.